I saw something when I was 16 that still haunts me. I still wake up with nightmares about that night. It was a cold October afternoon, the kind that felt more winter than fall. The rain started falling while I was walking back home from school. I wanted to get home as fast as possible, and that meant cutting through the cornfield near my house. Normally, I would walk around it because the stalks were tall this time of year, and you couldn't really see where you were going. We didn't even know who owned the farm. It was just a field that was planted and harvested, but there wasn't a house or anyone that lived on the property. With my clothes already drenched, I cut into the middle of the field towards the opposite road, which would give me a straight shot towards home. The cornfield stretched out before me like a maze of towering stalks, rustling in the rain like whispers, filling the air with an eerie sound. As I made my way through the stalks, I felt uneasy. With each step, the stalks closing in behind me and blocking my visibility forward, I felt increasingly claustrophobic. I just wanted to get through the field and back out onto the road to home. I remember wishing I'd just stayed on the main road, no matter how much longer it would have taken, and picked up the pace until I came to an open space. That's when I saw it. A gaping hole in the ground, a dark, deep, black hole right in the middle of the field that I almost tumbled face first into. My foot slid to a stop just at the edge. A pallet and dried corn stalks were pushed to the side, presumably to conceal the hole when it was covered. I leaned over the gaping darkness and saw the points of sharply carved tall spikes buried deep in the dirt. This wasn't just a hole. This was a trap of some kind. My mind went to feral hogs or coyotes. We have both here, but something about it was wrong. The size, the depth. It could be meant for a human. Leading to its edge, I saw a very narrow, well-trodden path through the field towards the back road. I should have just kept going. But I was a dumb teenager then, and I had to look. I squatted down on the edge and used my phone as a flashlight. Some of the spikes looked fresher, while some looked older. The dirt floor of the trap was covered in wood splinters and half spikes, like they'd already been put to use. At the far corner of the hole was a narrow burrow, and I saw the glint of a bottle from the light of my flashlight. I scrambled around the corner to get a better look, now so engrossed in trying to find what was hidden there that I forgot about the path, or the rain, or the darkening sky around me. Squatting forward with my phone angled to better see into the burrow, I discovered a row of identical bottles, all filled with black liquid, which could be mud or blood, and a pair of shoes. It was a pair of Converse in the dirt, and that's when I freaked. Why would there be shoes down here? What the hell had I just found? I sprang backwards, trying to get away from whatever this was, but in my panic, my hand reached back and found nothing but air sliding down the muddy wall of the hole. Dropping my phone, I managed to dig into the mud and stop myself from falling backwards into those deadly spikes. But now my phone was in the dirt at the bottom of the hole. I was scared that if I tried getting it, I might not be able to climb back out. I looked all around for something to help me when I saw him. There was someone standing in the narrow pathway leading from the trap to the road. It was almost dark, but I could make out the shape of a man facing me. In a panic, I bolted. I ran as fast as I could through that field, slipping and smashing through the wet stalks, their leaves whipping me in the face as I ran. I felt like whoever was on that path was right behind me. They knew this field, and I didn't. There could be another trap somewhere here in the darkness waiting. I finally reached the far road and ran all the way back home to my house. I told my mom what happened, and she called the police. They sent a patrolman to question me while others searched the area. They found the hole, but nothing else. The spikes, the bottles, and the shoes were all gone, along with my phone. Honestly, I know they didn't believe me. There wasn't any follow-up, and even my mom treated me like a head case for a while. I don't think she even believed the whole story because she gave me the old, "you can tell me anything" talk. When she got me a new phone, she told me not to lose it, so I'm pretty sure she thought I made the whole thing up to cover for a misplaced phone. I wanted to believe that what I saw that night was my imagination, that there wasn't someone just a mile up the road from my childhood home that would set a torture trap out there in the middle of a freaking cornfield and just get away with it. For a while, I looked into missing persons in my area, but I couldn't find anything that could be linked. But I know what I saw. Confirmation came when I got the first call from a blocked number. When I picked up, I heard the unmistakable sound of someone drinking loudly. Then a man laughed and the line cut out. I immediately thought of those bottles and my stomach dropped. I hadn't told anyone about them except for my mom and the cops. This was his way of telling me he knew who I was. After that, I stopped answering my calls, letting them go straight to voicemail like I usually did. I stopped walking home from school, and when I graduated, I moved to another city for college. But every late October, for 6 years straight, even after changing my phone, I got a voicemail. I knew it was him, but I forced myself to listen anyway. It was the distinct whisper of cornstalks, like someone was walking through a cornfield. It lasted for about 30 seconds, followed by a man laughing, and then it would just cut out. For the first few years, the voicemails caught me by surprise, but then I started expecting them, dreading them, until they stopped. I don't know if he got caught or if he died, but I don't think he would have given up torturing me willingly. I was the one that got away. But in my nightmares, I never get away.